A swallowtail went wavering through June, yellow wings beneath the afternoon. It passed between the roses and the vine, like some bright thought too delicate for time. You stood beside the honeysuckle there, its sweetness gathered softly in your hair. And when the butterfly turned once in light, it seemed the garden had become its flight. Yellow wings in June, honey on the air, all the blooming garden pausing where you were. A swallowtail in the garden, love, turning gold beneath the leaves above, and you beside the honeysuckle vine made all the summer briefly mine. A swallowtail in the garden, dear, still returns whenever you are near. Yellow wings and breathing bloom, and all my heart become a room. The bees were deep within the foxglove bells, the low path warm where noon in silence fell. A little fountain answered leaf and stone, with silver notes too mild to stand alone. You reached to touch one open climbing flower, and all the air seemed sweetened by the hour. For beauty, when it leaned upon your hand, became more beautiful to understand. Gold against the green, soft against the blue, every petal thing lifting itself toward you. A swallowtail in the garden, love, turning gold beneath the leaves above, and you beside the honeysuckle vine made all the summer briefly mine. A swallowtail in the garden, dear, still returns whenever you are near. Yellow wings and breathing bloom, and all my heart become a room. How brief the wing, how brief the noon, how brief the flowering air, yet love can keep a moment whole long after it is no longer there. So I have kept that golden turn, that yellow passing grace, and all the sweetness of the vine still breathing near your face. A swallowtail in the garden, love, still bright in all I dream of, and every yellow wing I see returns that June again to me. A swallowtail in the garden, dear, still hovers whenever you are near. Yellow wings and breathing bloom, and all my heart become a room. Yellow in the garden, honey in the air, you beside the blossom, and summer everywhere. lavender sachet within the drawer kept summer sleeping lightly near the floor. A little muslin bag tied up with string that held the purple memory of spring. You opened up the wood to find a sheet, and all the room was suddenly made sweet, as if the August we had left behind had waited patiently inside your mind. Purple in the dark, linen in the wood, all the sleeping summer smelling clean and good. The lavender sachet in the drawer, my love, with strings and breathing sweetness from above, where the white cloth lay and the scent rose deep. The finest days were given us to keep. The lavender sachet in the drawer, my dear, still opens all its summer when you're near. Linen kept in sweetness, soft and true, and all my memory returning home to you. The sheets were cool and white across the bed. The sun made pale rectangles where they spread, and everywhere the fabric touched the air, the lavender released its purple prayer. The cello sang the deepening of the wood. The flugelhorn was gentle as it should, and making up the bed with you that day, I felt all needless worry fold away. White across the bed, sunlight on the floor, all the fragrant morning opening the door. The lavender sachet in the drawer, my love, with strings and breathing sweetness from above, where the white cloth lay and the scent rose deep. The finest days were given us to keep. The lavender sachet in the drawer, my dear, still opens all its summer when you're near. Linen kept in sweetness, soft and true, and all my memory returning home to you. It is the smallest acts that hold us fast, the scent of flowers meant to make them last, the folding of the corners and the way you turn an ordinary task to play. For love is not a garment worn for show, it is the linen where we rest and grow, and you have kept it fragrant, clean and white, to give me sanctuary in the night. The lavender sachet in the drawer, my love, still breathes in all the dreams I'm thinking of, and every sunlit bedroom, calm and white, returns that purple sweetness to the light. The lavender sachet in the drawer, my dear, still opens all its summer when you're near. Linen kept in sweetness, soft and true, and all my memory returning home to you. Purple in the muslin, white upon the bed, you within the morning, and all the worries shed. in at the close of the day, in long and silver folds along the bay. The violet sky above the water leaned, as if to touch the deepest shade of green. You stood where all the evening ocean breathed, where salt and star and longing interwreathed, and all the deep and wandering sea below seemed moved by something only you could know. Tide along the sand, violet in the air, all the deep sea listening to your breathing there. The tide at eventide, my love, with strings and violet sky above, where the water moved in silver toward your feet. The whole enormous world grew intimate and sweet. The tide at eventide, my dear, still sounds its deep refrain when you are near. Deep water and your name, the sea, the sky, and all my heart a current drawing nigh. The flugelhorn of evening sang its note across the water from some distant boat. The waves kept their immemorial song, a low and faithful chorus all night long. You wrote your name upon the yielding shore and watched the tide erase it, nothing more. Yet smiled as though impermanence were kind, and left the loveliest lightness in your mind. Name within the wave, silver in the sand, all the great sea teaching what we understand. The tide at eventide, my love, with strings and violet sky above, where the water moved in silver toward your feet. The whole enormous world grew intimate and sweet. The tide at eventide, my dear, still sounds its deep refrain when you are near. Deep water and your name, the sea, the sky, and all my heart a current drawing nigh. Some loves are like the tide that never rests, that fills and empties and fills anew the breasts of coves and inlets, patient, strong and wide. They do not ask to be the sea, but tide. And I have been that cove, that sheltered place, receiving and releasing in your grace. And you have been the water, deep and true. It keeps returning, and I keep for you the tide at eventide. My love still sings in strings and dreaming of, and every violet evening by the sea returns your standing figure back to me. The tide at eventide, my dear, still sounds its deep refrain when you are near. Deep water and your name, the sea, the sky, and all my heart, a current drawing nigh. Strings upon the evening, tide upon the shore, you beneath the violet, and the sea forevermore. White curtains at the seaside inn, we're breathing in and out the salted wind. The room was all pale boards and woven chairs, a place that seemed composed entirely of air. You stood beside the open window there, and all the noon blue brightness through your hair. The sea beyond went laughing into blue, and every wave looked glad enough for two. Salt light on the floor, blue beyond the glass, all the breezy hour letting every worry pass. White curtains at the seaside in my love, with strings and sky and blowing white above, where the open windows let the whole day through. The room itself seemed overjoyed by you. White curtains at the seaside in my dear, still lift their bright and breezy grace when you are near. Salt light on the floor, sea in the blue, and all my heart thrown open to. A gull went by and rode across the air, one bright untidy sentence hanging there. You read it as a blessing from the shore, and laughed, which made the sunlight matter more. The bedspread fluttered faintly at the edge, a shell lay waiting on the painted ledge, and all the room, unbuttoned by the sea, seemed made for idleness and clarity. Wind against the lace, sun upon your sleeve, all the seaside brightness teaching me believe. the seaside in my dear, still lift their bright and breezy grace when you are near. Salt light on the floor, sea in the blue, and all my heart thrown open too. Some rooms are built to shelter from the world, with shutters fast and heavy drapes all furled. But this one was a different kind of grace, a room that let the weather fill the place. And you are like that room with windows wide. You make more space in life, not less inside. You let the brightness enter as it will, and teach the frightened heart to open still. White curtains at the seaside in my love, still billow in all I dream of, and every salt bright room beside the sea returns that open hour again to my curtains at the seaside in my dear, still lift their bright and breezy grace when you are near. Salt light on the floor, sea in the blue, and all my heart thrown open too. White against the window, blue beyond the day. You beside the sea light, and worry blown away. The day has done its best to wear me thin. The last few hours folded themselves into something dim and heavy at the edge, and I was nearly at the tiredness ledge. Then the little sound, your message coming through. Not much, just something small and soft and you. A good night sent at 10:09 or so, with a voice note attached, and I let it go into the room, and suddenly the day folds up its difficult and goes away. And it's not the words exactly, though the words are always kind. It's the way your voice sounds sleepy, like you're almost out of mind, but still you thought of me before you went. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole intent. The way you say goodnight, like the whole day ends in light, like the last thing worth the saying is my name, and everything before it was a frame around this, just this one soft word, one easy bliss. The way you say goodnight is the last and best and brightest part of right. You do the voice where you're already sleepy, a little slower, soft around the edges, creepy, comfortable, like a favorite coat put on without thinking, naturally, and gone is every difficult and tangled when you say goodnight and the message brings the sound of you somewhere in the quiet dark, thinking of me, that small uncertain spark. I play it back a second time, sometimes just to hear the vowels and the rhymes that live inside the ordinary speech of someone I'm so endlessly glad to reach across the evening with a single note, just good night, tucked gently in your throat. The way you say goodnight fills the whole room up with light, like the last word of the story is a gift, and everything preceding gets a lift from this, just this one small message and a kiss. The way you say goodnight is the last and best and brightest kind of right. I've read enough to know that love is made not of grand gestures and parades, but of the accumulation of the small, the daily, unremarkable, the all. And at the end of every kind of day, the 9 past 10 voice note that finds its way to me is how I know that I am kept in someone's last thought before they slept. The way you say goodnight, like the whole world dims to right, like everything has led to this one sound. Your voice, the last and loveliest thing I've found. Good night, just this one word carrying all your bliss. The way you say goodnight is the softest, warmest, most entirely right. Good night, last thing, always your voice. The strawberries were ripe in early June, each one a little lantern of the noon, red and warm from lying in the sun, too full of summer to belong to one. You knelt among the rows with both hands free and gathered up the sweetest ones for me. And all the garden, drowsy in the heat, leaned in to watch you make the hour complete. Red against the green, sweet against the air, all the happy garden offering what was there. The strawberries in June, my love, with strings and warm blue sky above, where the red grew bright and the fragrance rose, the whole white summer opened like a rose. The strawberry You held one up still warm between your fingers, the kind of fruit whose sweetness always lingers beyond the eating, in the memory of sun and garden and the gift of thee. You placed it on my tongue without a word, and all the strings of June were briefly heard. Inside that sweetness, warm and brief and clear, the taste of loving someone without fear. Warmth within the fruit, sun within the skin, all the gracious garden, letting summer in. The strawberries in June, my love, with strings and warm blue sky above, where the red grew bright and the fragrance rose, the whole wide summer opened like a rose. The strawberries in June, my dear, still ripen all their sweetness when you're near. Red and warm and freely given too, and all my summer gathered up in you. There is a generosity in fruit that asks for nothing, having at its root only the will to sweeten and to give whatever it has gathered while to live. And you are like the summer and the vine, you ripen in the light and then incline toward those you love with everything you've grown, and make the world much sweeter than your own. The strawberries in June, my love, still glow in strings, and all I'm dreaming of, and every warm red morning full of sweet returns you kneeling in the summer heat. The strawberries in June, my dear, still ripen all their warmth whenever you are near. Red and sweet and freely given too, and all my summer gathered up in you. Red against the green, sweet upon the air, you among the strawberries, and summer everywhere. The book upon the chair was left face down, a leather volume from an older town. A single ribbon marked the resting place where you had left it with a careless grace. The evening lamp was throwing circles there, illuminating velvet, wood and air, and all the quiet parlor seemed to say that you had only stepped a breath away. Ribbon on the page, lamplight on the floor, all the sleepy parlor waiting by the door. The book upon the chair pages rested in the evening glow. The world had nowhere else it wished to go. The book upon the chair, my dear, still marks the gentle hour when you are near. A ribbon in the pages, warm and still, and all my heart completely at your will. I did not turn the book or close the spine, but left it lying in its own design. It seemed a monument to how you read, with all your imagination running on ahead. The cello found the ember in the room. The flugelhorn chased away the heavy gloom. And even when the house was quite alone, the chair retained a brightness of its own. Leather in the light, words upon the leaf, all the little evening gentler than belief. The book upon the chair, my love, with strings and amber lamplight from above, where the pages rested in the evening glow. The world had nowhere else it wished to go. The book upon the chair, my dear, still marks the gentle hour when you are near. A ribbon in the pages, warm and still, and all my heart completely at your will. Life is like a volume left to read, with certain chapters meant for slower speed. And since you brought your story next to mine, I read the days more closely, line by line. I do not want the rushing or the end. I only want to sit with you, my friend, to leave the book upon the chair and know that you are in the room and in the glow. The book upon the chair, my love, still rests in all I'm dreaming of. And every lamplit parlor in the night returns that folded volume to my sight. The book upon the chair, my dear, still marks the gentle hour when you are near. A ribbon in the pages, warm and still, and all my heart completely at your will. Ribbon in the book, lamplight on the chair, you within the parlor, and a story everywhere. The rain had left the tea roses awake, each bloom more tender for the shower's sake. The leaves were washed and shining in the sun, as if the garden and the light were one. You walked among the paths in quiet white, the soft pink roses lifting to your sight, and all the air made clear by passing rain seemed glad to hold such sweetness once again. Pink within the green, silver on the leaf, all the brightened garden gentler than belief. Tea roses after rain, my love, with strings and clearing light above, where the soft pink bloom and the washed leaf shone, the whole glad garden felt like home. Tea roses after rain, my dear, still flower with a tender brightness when you are near. Soft pink in the clear air, calm and true, and all my heart washed bright with you. A drop of rain remained upon one petal, too fine a jewel for any hand to meddle. You bent to see it, and the whole damp bower seemed gathered in that one attentive hour. The flugelhorn moved softly through the green, a rounded note where rain and sun had been, and even silence newly washed and mild looked on the garden with a face that smiled. Light upon your hand, stillness on the stone, all the little pathways glad to be your own. Tea roses after rain, my love, with strings and clearing light above, where the soft pink bloom and the washed leaves shone, the whole glad garden felt like home. Tea roses after rain, my dear, still flower with a tender brightness when you are near. Soft pink in the clear air, calm and true, and all my heart washed bright with you. Not every joy must dance or loudly sing, some only bloom and let the clear air ring. With what is left when rain has made things new, a garden and a little more of you. And I have learned from roses after showers how gentle brightness may outlast the hours. It does not clamor, strive, or ask to reign. It simply opens once the light has come again. Tea roses after rain, my love, still bloom in all I dream of, and every washed leaf, every softened hue returns that tender garden back to you. Tea roses after rain, my dear, still flower with a tender brightness when you are near. stone, you among the roses, and the light your own. Your gloves on the marble table lay like two white doves at the break of day. The winter sun through lace and pain poured pale gold over the quiet room again. The fire had settled into amber rest. The silver tray stood mild and self-possessed, and all the morning ivory and thin seemed waiting for the hour to gather in. Winter sun through lace, ivory on the wall, all the hush of morning holding us in thrall. Your gloves on the marble table, love, white as the winter light above, and all the pale room still and fair kept the shape of having known you there. Your gloves on the marble table, dear, still rest whenever you are near. Ivory, morning, lace and gold, and all my heart made calm and bold. You stood beside the fire in quiet grace, the low flame warming one half of your face. A cup of tea sent up its fragrant thread like some small blessing rising overhead. You moved the lace aside to watch the street where snowlight made the world below complete. And in that simple turning of your hand, the day became a thing I could withstand. Winter on the pane, warmth beside the cold, all the little morning gathering in the soul. Your gloves on the marble table, love, white as the winter light above, and all the pale room still and fair kept the shape of having known you there. Your gloves on the marble table, dear, still rest whenever you are near. Ivory, morning, lace and gold, and all my heart made calm and bold. Not all tenderness is springtime, not all bloom belongs to May. There is mercy in a winter room when one beloved stays, and there is grace in pale still mornings, in lace and tea and firelight small, enough to keep the spirit warm when cold has touched the wall. Your gloves on the marble table, love, still white in all I dream of, and every winter room I see returns that ivory calm to me. Your gloves on the marble table, dear, still rest whenever you are near. Ivory, morning, lace and gold, and all my heart made calm and bold. Winter sun through lace, white upon the day. your gloves on the marble, and love chose to stay. Daisies in the bicycle basket swayed as you came, ringing down the sunlit lane. White petals jumping in the moving air, as if the day itself were riding there. Your skirt caught light, the hedges ran with green. The whole world seemed freshly washed and keen. And when you waved before the turning gate, even the noon looked glad enough to wait. Bell along the lane, white against the green, all the bright road laughing at the lovely scene. Daisies in the bicycle basket, love with strings, and summer weather from above, where the bell rang out and the white blooms flew. The whole glad road seemed overjoyed by you. Daisies in the bicycle basket, dear, still bright in every lane when you are near. White petals and laughter, light and free, and all my heart gone rolling merrily. You stopped beside the gate and held out one, a little daisy keeping all the sun. I tucked it in the book I had that day, and kept the lane and ringing tucked away. The wheels clicked softly as they cooled to rest. A swan white cloud went idling through the west, and every easy thing the hour could be was gathered in your bright simplicity. Petal in the book, sun upon the spoke, all the little afternoon brightened by the joke. Daisies in the bicycle basket, love with strings, and summer weather from above, where the bell rang out and the white blooms flew. The whole glad road seemed overjoyed by you. Daisies in the bicycle basket, dear, still bright in every lane when you are near. White petals and laughter, light and free, and all my heart gone rolling merrily. The world can be so grave about its days, so fond of weight and ceremonious ways, but you come ringing through the hedgerow green and prove how much delight the heart can mean. A bell, a basket, daisies and a lane, enough to make the whole bright earth humane, enough to turn the ordinary hour into a little kingdom full of flowers. Daisies in the bicycle basket, love still ringing all I dream of, and every white bloom dancing by the road returns that bright, untroubled, laughing mode. Daisies in the bicycle basket, dear, still bright in every lane when you are near. White petals and laughter, light and free, and all my heart gone rolling merrily. Bell upon the lane, white bloom in the air, you with daisies riding, and joy everywhere. pantry had opened to the day, a drift of white along the garden way. And you came through that bright and trembling air, with spring upon your sleeve and in your hair. The morning leaned in softly at your side, the pale sky like a veil half drawn aside, and every branch so laden and so fair seemed glad beyond all saying you were there. Petal light, petal bright, morning on your sleeve, all the world in bloom and white, teaching me believe. Spring came walking when you came, my love, under the bloom and the mild sky above, and all the white trees, sweet and deep, seemed full of promises they meant to keep. Spring came walking when you came, my dear, and left its blossom everywhere. Petals on your sleeve, dawn in your eyes, and all my heart awake to paradise. A little wind moved through the orchard rows and set the boughs to murmuring low. The petals fell like blessing through the light, slow as snow and infinitely bright. You turned to me and smiled the way one does when joy is simple and enough, because the day is kind, the air is clear and mild, and love has made the spirit almost child. White above and white below, fragrant in the air, every petal seemed to know how dear you were standing there. Spring came walking when you came, my love, under the bloom and the mild sky above, and all the white trees, sweet and deep, seemed full of promises they meant to keep. Spring came walking when you came, my dear, and left its blossom everywhere. Petals on your sleeve, dawn in your eyes, and all my heart awake to paradise. There are seasons written in the earth and seasons written in the face. Yours is the one that brings the barren branch back into leaf and grace. So if I call you spring, forgive the smallness of the name. I only mean the world renewed each time you softly came. Spring came walking when you came, my love, with white in the boughs and blue above, and every bloom the morning knew seemed and still it lingers all the year. Petals on your sleeve, light in your hair, and all my days made blossom fair. The almond tree in bloom, the pale and shining air. Spring came walking, you were there. The pines above us made their green cathedral nave, a hush of resin, shadow, and of grave. And living beauty, neither cold nor bare, but warm with everything the morning wore. You walked between the columns of the trees, with golden light descending by degrees, and all the soft floor, cushioned brown and deep, seemed made for those who come to this to keep. Resin on the air, gold between the green, all the forest morning making itself seen. The chapel in the pines, my love, with strings of light and soft sky above, where the tall trunks rose and the silence grew. The world became a prayer because of you. The chapel in the pines, my dear, still holds its quiet reverence with you near. Green cathedral, morning deep and wide, and all my heart made holy at your side. A woodpecker was rapping at the bark, its bright percussion marking out the dark. The cello of the wind moved through the crown, and all the forest music settled down. You laid your hand upon the oldest pine, as though its centuries were close to thine. And in that gesture, simple and sincere, I loved you with a love grown old and clear. Bark beneath your hand, century in the ring. Oh, the patient forest, learning what we bring. The chapel in the pines, my love, with strings of light and soft sky above, where the tall trunks rose and the silence grew. The world became a prayer because of you. The chapel in the pines, my dear, still holds its quiet reverence with you near. it sounded like as fine a prayer as your slow footstep on the forest stair. The chapel in the pines, my love, still sounds and strings and dreaming of, and every green and resinous morning air returns me to your standing figure there. The chapel in the pines, my dear, still holds its quiet reverence when you're near. Green cathedral morning, deep and wide, and all my heart made holy at your side. Resin in the morning, strings within the pine, you within the forest and the green light vine. The beekeeper's garden drowsed at noon, heavy with warmth and a low-throated tune. The hive stood patient in their painted rows, like small white houses only sweetness knows. You moved among them with unhurried ease, as though you spoke the language of the bees. And every flower, generous and wide, seemed glad to give its gold for you to guide. Honey in the air, gold along the vine, all the drowsing garden leaning toward the divine. The beekeeper's garden love, and the honey-colored sky above, where the hive stood sweet and the clover leaned, the whole warm world grew gold between. The beekeeper's garden, dear, still blooms with summer whenever you are near. Gold from every quiet, willing thing, and all my heart alive and humming. A comb of amber rested in your hand, more precious than the richest in the land. You held it up against the noonday bright, and all the world turned honeyed in its light. You said that bees know nothing of the hours, they only know the faithfulness of flowers. And I thought, yes, this is how I love, without the weight of watching from above. Wing upon the bloom, amber in the hand, all the golden patience of the faithful land. The beekeeper's garden love, and the honey-colored sky above, where the hive stood sweet and the clover leaned, the whole warm world grew gold between. The beekeeper's garden, dear, still blooms with summer whenever you are near. Gold from every quiet, willing thing, and all my heart alive and humming. If I could choose the manner of my days, I'd ask for nothing grander than these ways. A garden in the sun, a patient hive, and you by whose sweet nearness I survive. For love is like the labor of the bee, it moves from flower to flower faithfully, and what it builds through all its golden art is sweeter than the honey. It's the heart. The beekeeper's garden love still hums in all I dream of, and every golden clover blossom day returns me to that honeyed, sunlit way. The beekeeper's garden, dear, still keeps its amber sweetness with me here. Gold from every quiet, willing thing, and all my heart alive and humming. Honey in the air, gold upon the comb, the beekeeper's garden, and love leading home. Violets by the gate were small and shy, a little purple under April sky. They did not blaze like daffodils in gold, but kept their gentler beauty near the mold. You knelt to look as if such things were grand, and touched the earth with one unhurried hand, and all the modest spring beside the stone seemed brighter for your seeing it alone. Purple in the grass, blue above the lane, all the little springtime fresh from April rain. Violets by the gate, my love, with strings and pale spring sky above, where the small blooms kept their quiet hue. The whole mild day grew more itself through you. Violets by the gate, my dear, still brighten every April when you're near. Little purple in the grass, soft and true, and all my heart grown gentler too. A drop remained upon one folded leaf, too fine for anything but brief belief. You smiled as though the world had given proof that little things may still outlast the roof of heavier thoughts that daily try to press their larger shadows on our happiness. And I, beside your stillness in the lane, let all my needless hurry fall like rain. Small bloom by the stone, calm upon your sleeve, all the quiet springtime teaching me believe. Violets by the gate, my love, with strings and pale spring sky above, where the small blooms kept their quiet hue. The whole mild day grew more itself through you. Violets by the gate, my dear, still brighten every April when you're near. Little purple in the grass, soft and true, and all my heart grown gentler too. Not every grace is meant for open fields. Some keep to corners and to smaller yields. Yet what they offered without show, may root more deep than brighter blossoms grow. So to your love, not loud but surely there, a violet fragrance hidden in the air. And all my hurried spirit, seeing you, learns the art of being small and true. Violets by the gate, my love, still bloom in all I dream of. And every small and April-colored thing returns that gentler lesson back to spring. Violets by the gate, my dear, still bright in every April when you're near. Little purple in the grass, soft and true, and all my heart grown gentler too. Purple by the gate, blue within the day, you among the violets, and hurry gone away. When the lamps were lit along the street, gold fell quietly at our feet. The evening shops had drawn their glow across the panes where shadows go. And in one window passing by, your face was held a moment by the glass and all the amber there, as though the light had found its prayer. Gold along the street, gold upon your brow, all the little evenings saying, stay within it now. When the lamps were lit, my love, and dusk leaned low from above, your face in the evening window shone as if the dark had found its own. When the lamps were lit, my dear, the whole worn street grew tender here. Gold along the stones, night mild and slow, and all my heart beneath that glow. A bookseller was locking up his door. A bell rang faintly from some hidden store. The chill came down the lane in silken threads, and stars began to gather overhead. You drew your coat more closely at the throat, and all at once some inward music woke. For in that smallest gesture, warm and plain, love entered me and has not left again. Amber in the glass, starlight in the blue, every little window holding some reflection of you. When the lamps were lit, my love, and dusk leaned low from above, your face in the evening window shone as if the dark had found its own. When the lamps were lit, my dear, the whole worn street grew tender here. Gold along the stones, night mild and slow, and all my heart beneath that glow. Not every shrine is built of stone, not every blessing named. Some enter in a passing street when evening has been tamed. A pane of glass, a lifted face, a lamp a little cold, and love made holy by the fact that dust can turn to gold. When the lamps were lit, my love, still bright in all I dream of. The street, the glass, the amber air, return me to your presence there. When the lamps were lit, my dear, the whole dark year grew gentler here. Gold along the stones, night mild and slow, and all my heart beneath that glow. The lamps were lit, the glass was gold. Your face within it, the night made whole. The swallows cross the meadow in quick arcs. Blue-winged commas riding in the larks. The noon was full of moving wind and grain, a bright and restless gold across the plain. You stood where clover met the rising track, your straw hat ribbon fluttering at your back, and all the sky in that swift feathered play seemed eager just to keep you in the day. Quick wings in the blue, gold below the flight, all the summer meadow moving full of light. The swallows over the meadow love, with strings and high blue weather from above, where the quick wings turned and the bright day ran, the whole glad field moved faster than I can. The swallows over the meadow, dear, still lift my heart whenever you are near. Blue sky and quick wings, warm and free, and all my soul gone lightly through the lee. A path of daisies leaned beside the grass. The clouds went by in white processions vast. You pointed where the lowest swallow skimmed, so near the clover tops, so fine of limb. The flugelhorn rode bright above the strings, like sunlight finding motion in all things. And I, who once preferred the shaded room, would gladly trade it for that field in bloom. Ribbon in the wind, clover at your feet, all the quickened summer making noon complete. The swallows over the meadow love, with strings and high blue weather from above, where the quick wings turned and the bright day ran, the whole glad field moved faster than I can. The swallows over the meadow, dear, still lift my heart whenever you are near. Blue sky and quick wings, warm and free, and all my soul gone lightly through the lee. Not every joy is slow and lingering. Some joys arrive on the edge of wing. They turn, they flash, they vanish, then return, and leave the watching spirit all a-burn. So was that noon, all clover sky and glide, with you and all the moving swallow's sudden arc in blue brings back that meadow and the light of you. The swallow's over the meadow, love, still wheeling all I dream of. And every bright field breathing under June returns that quick-winged golden hearted noon. The swallow's over the meadow, dear, still lift my heart whenever you are near. Blue sky and quick wings, warm and free, and all my soul gone lightly through the lee. Quick wings in the blue, clover in the day, you in the bright field, and summer on its way. The pear trees wore their whitest bloom at dawn. A little weather made of light alone. The orchard rose lay quiet in the pale, as if the morning had been spun from veil. You walked between the branches, calm and slow, while petals gathered softly where you'd go. And every tree in blossom to the air seemed glad beyond its flowering you were there. White along the road, silver in the blue, all the waking orchard opening with you. Pear blossom morning love, with strings and tender sky above, where the white lay deep and the dawn moved through. The whole soft day began by loving you. Pear blossom morning, dear, still brightens every springtime when you're near. White along the orchard rose, calm and true, and all my heart made newly clear by you. A thrush sang once beside the paling hedge. The dew still trembled at the grassy edge. You touched a branch and all the petals stirred, as if the tree had answered to your word. The flugelhorn moved low behind the light, a rounded note made gentle by the white. And even silence drifting through the air felt brighter for the simple fact you were there. Petals on your sleeve, light upon your hand, all the little morning glad to understand. Pear blossom morning love, with strings and tender sky above, where the white lay deep and the dawn moved through. The whole soft day began by loving you. brightens every springtime when you're near. White along the orchard rows, calm and true, and all my heart made newly clear by you. There are mornings born in haste and glare that scarcely know the grace of air, but this one opened like a flowered page, too mild for worry, too young for age. And because you moved within its light, the whole dawn learned to linger bright. So now each orchard white anew returns that first soft hour with you. Pear blossom morning love still blooms in all I dream of, and every pale spring dawn that brushes through returns that orchard opening to you. Pear blossom morning dear still brightens every springtime when you're near. White along the orchard rows, calm and true, and all my heart made newly clear by you. White in the orchard, blue in the day, you in the morning, and light showing the way. The willow by the orchard wall let down its green in a tender fall. Its hanging shade in the golden hour made a little kingdom of leaf and flower. You stood beneath that patient tree, and all the late day leaned to see how light could rest upon your cheek and make the whole mild world grow meek. Green shade, golden air, stillness on the bough. All the little leaves were listening to the grace of now. The willow by the orchard wall, my love, and soft gold light above, where the quiet gathered in the leaves, my heart forgot its griefs. The willow by the orchard wall, my dear, still bends whenever you are near. Green shade, golden hour, tender and slow, and all my heart beneath its flow. A single pear lay bright upon the grass. The bees moved low where clover shadows passed. Far off a cartwheel murmured down the lane, then all the hush came settling back again. You touched the bark with one unhurried hand, as though old roots and branches understand the secret way the simple earth can keep, a joy so quiet, grave and deep. Green shade, low breeze, honey through the day, all the little hours willing us to stay. The willow by the orchard wall, my love, and soft gold light above, where the quiet gathered in the leaves, my heart forgot its griefs. The willow by the orchard wall, my dear, still bends whenever you are near. Green shade, golden hour, tender and slow, and all my heart beneath its flow. I have searched in louder seasons for the thing that might endure, yet under willow leaf and gold, your nearness made me sure. Not by thunder, not by splendor, not by any shining art, only by a tree, an hour, and the gentling of the heart. The willow by the orchard wall, my love, still lives in all I dream of, and every green and falling bough returns me to that quiet now. The willow by the orchard wall, my dear, still bends whenever you are near. Green shade, golden hour, tender and slow, and all my heart beneath its flow. Willow in the gold, leaf against the air, where the quiet gathered, you were there. The orchard was in fullest flower that day, white upon white from April to the way. The path bent inward where the oldest tree stood humming with 100 busy bees. You walked ahead and turned to call me on, your voice bright in the choir of early dawn, and all the blossom moved as if to hear the whole wide orchard leaning in to cheer. White from bough to sky, humming all around, all the orchard singing with its sweetest sound. The orchard in full flower, love, with strings and blossom, sky above, where the white trees hummed and the bees held choir. The world rose up in one sweet bright desire. The orchard in full flower, dear, still sings its fullest bloom whenever you are near. White and humming, sweet and bright and long, and all my heart become the orchard song. The flugelhorn of morning warmed the air, and every bee went about its task with care. The cello of the deeper branch replied, and you stood still a moment, satisfied. You tilted up your face among the white, receiving all that morning could recite. And I, who watched from just behind the bough, loved you more in that unclouded the joyful orchard, asking you to breathe. The orchard in full flower love, with strings and blossom sky above, where the white trees hummed and the bees held choir. The world rose up in one sweet bright desire. The orchard in full flower, dear, still sings its fullest plume whenever you are near. White and humming, sweet and bright and long, and all my heart become the orchard song. What is it about the flowering tree that makes the heaviest spirit want to be lighter, fresher, younger, and more free? Perhaps it is the proof that after all, the silent winter and the strip bare fall, the living thing puts out its arms and calls. Come look, I am not finished with the world. I still have beauty quietly unfurled, and you are like that, brightening in the sun, reminding me the living is not done. The orchard in full flower love still sings in strings, and all I'm dreaming of, and every white and humming April day returns your brightness, singing down the way. The orchard in full flower, dear, still keeps its joyful choir whenever you are near. White and humming, sweet and bright and long, and all my heart become the orchard song. White from bough to sky, bees among the bloom, you within the orchard, and the whole world room. You bake the bread on Sunday before noon, while the kitchen fills with a low hum tune. Flower on your sleeve and on the morning air, a little cloud of white beyond compare. The oven breathes its warmth along the floor. The loaves grow round behind the amber door, and all the house from sill to rafter knows the sweetness of the patience that this shows. Flower on the shelf, warmth along the tile, all the Sunday morning, resting for a while. The bread you bake on Sundays, love, with the scent of yeast and the warm above, where the loaves turn gold and the morning fills. My heart grows quiet as the kneading stills. The bread you bake on Sundays, dear, is the gentlest labor of the year. Flower on the morning air, warmth from below, and all my love has somewhere good to go. You press the dough with both your patient hands. The a season meets its quiet demands, with neither haste nor worry at the seam, but faith that bread will rise and flower dream. I sit and watch across the scrubbed pine board and think that I have found a just reward in nothing grander than this Sunday scene. Your hands, the dough, the light, the white, the clean, white upon your hands, scent upon the room, all the patient Sunday filling like the bloom. The bread you bake on Sundays, love, with the scent of East and the warm above, where the loaves turn gold and the morning fills. My heart grows quiet as the kneading stills. The bread you bake on Sundays, dear, is the gentlest labor of the year. Flower on the morning air, warmth from below, and all my love has somewhere good to go. Some make their offerings in fine display, with ceremony, plumes, and bright array, but yours arrives each week without a word, the most devoted thing I have heard. In any silence, for a loaf of bread made by the hand of one who loves, instead of speaking, says a thing no tongue can teach, that love is in the giving, not the speech. The bread you bake on Sundays, love still warms in all I dream of, and every golden loaf and Sunday scent returns me to the grace of your intent. The bread you bake on Sundays, dear, is the holiest labor of my year. Flower on the morning air, warmth from below, and all my love has somewhere good to go. Flower on the air, warmth from the door. You needing the morning, I need nothing more. The buttercups were thick across the field, a yellow so complete it would not yield to any other color in the day. The whole meadow given over to the ray of sun reflected in each shining cup. 1,000 little mirrors tilted up, and you among them, wading to the knee, were laughing at the excess of it free. Yellow all around, gold within the green, all the shining meadow, brightest you have seen. The buttercups in the meadow, love, with strings of bright June ringing from above, where the yellow filled the field from end to end. The like a joy that would not bend. The buttercups in the meadow, dear, still glow their cheerful gold whenever you are near. Yellow all the way down, simple and rich, and all my heart without a single hitch. You held a buttercup beneath my chin and laughed to find the gold reflected in the old and trusty way. You said it meant I loved the butter, and I was content to be the fool of it, of you, of June, of standing in a field of afternoon. For there are games worth playing without end when the one who plays them with you is your friend. Yellow on the chin, laughter in the air, all the old and golden games we played out there. The buttercups in the meadow, love, with strings of bright June ringing from above, where the yellow filled the field from end to end. The world looked like a joy that would not bend. The buttercups in the meadow, dear, still glow their cheerful gold whenever you are near. Yellow all the way down, simple and rich, and all my heart without a single hitch. The richest life is not the one most full of heavy golden things no one can pull from underneath the weight of wanting more. It is the buttercup beneath the shore of a meadow where the only currency is laughter underneath the summer tree. And you have always known this better than most anyone I have found in any land. The buttercups in the meadow, love, still shine in strings, and all I'm dreaming of. And every yellow ringing golden day returns that June and laughter back my way. The buttercups in the meadow, dear, still glow their warmest gold whenever you are near. Yellow all the way down, bright and wide, and all my heart content to be beside. Yellow in the meadow, gold against the green, you among the buttercups, the simplest, richest scene. The linen on the line began to lift, a row of white that caught the orchard drift. The wind came smelling of the apple sweet and blew the clover down around your feet. You pinned the corners to the humming wire, while all the afternoon rose slightly higher. The cloth went billowing against the blue, a sail that meant to carry me and you. White upon the air, across the grass, all the gentle afternoon, watching weather pass. The linen on the line, my love, with strings and open summer air above, where the white cloth billowed in the sudden breeze. The day moves softly through the apple trees. The linen on the line, my dear, still dances in the weather when you're near. White cotton in the orchard, bright and free, and all my heart lifting happily. A wooden basket rested at your side, while all the sheets were hanging fresh and white. You smoothed a wrinkle with a careful hand, the finest tending in the summer land. The flugelhorn caught the blowing of the cloth, the strings were lighter than a garden moth, and watching you perform a simple chore, I knew I could not ever ask for more. Cotton in the sun, shadow on the ground, all the little orchard making happy sound. The linen on the line, my love, with strings and open summer air above, where the white cloth billowed in the sudden breeze. The day moves softly through the apple trees. The linen on the line, my dear, still dances in the weather when you're near. White cotton in the orchard, bright and free, and all my heart lifting happily. The hands that tend the fabrics of the house are hands that give the weary world a rouse. They wash the dust and let the sunlight in, and show us where the purer days begin. And you who pin the white against the sky have always taught my heavy thoughts to fly, to see the grace in water, wind and soap, and find in folded sheets a quiet hope. The linen on the line, my love, still blows in all I'm dreaming of, and every bright and windy orchard day returns that white and billowing display. The linen on the line, my dear, still dances in the weather when you're near. White cotton in the orchard, bright and free, and all my heart lifting happily. White against the wind, blue beyond the cloth, you beside the basket, and nothing to be lost. Red geraniums on the front step stood, years of ordinary good. The porch boards held the warmth of afternoon. The doorway breathed a bright domestic tune. You set the watering can beside the chair, with sunlight caught in droplets on your hair. And all the house from shutter sill to floor seemed glad to be a house and nothing more. Red beside the door, gold upon the rail, all the homely brightness telling one sweet tale. Red geraniums on the steps, my love, with strings and open summer sky above, where the bright pots burned and the doorway shone. The whole dear house seemed happier to own. Red geraniums on the steps, my dear, still brighten every threshold when you're near. Summer at the front door, warm and true, and all my heart a house of welcome too. A neighbor passed and waved along the lane. A child went skipping homeward after rain. You laughed and called them each by name in turn, the kind of grace no teaching place can learn. The flugelhorn rose sunny through the strings, the vibraphone gave light to common things, and I, beneath that porch and red display, could think of nothing finer than that day. Light upon the pots, warmth upon the wood, all the little threshold doing all it could. Red geraniums on the steps, my love, with strings and open summer sky above, where the bright pots burned and the doorway shone. The whole dear house seemed happier to own. Red geraniums on the steps, my dear, still brighten every threshold when you're near. Summer at the front door, warm and true, and all my heart a house of welcome too. Some people chase the grand, the rare, the far, and miss the shining of the common star. But you have always known the truer art, to set red flowers where they hearten heart. A step, a pot, a rail, a lane, a door, and suddenly the world asked nothing more, because where welcome lives in simple view, the whole bright earth feels more habitable too. Red geraniums on the steps, my love, still bloom in all I dream of, and every bright front porch at close of day returns that red and golden kind array. Red geraniums on the steps, my dear, still brighten every threshold